Hello, this is Kevin Sharp from Newspaper and Education at the Dallas Morning News, and I've been surfing through today's e-edition of the Dallas Morning News. It's Friday, February 20th, 2009, and I want to go ahead and take you right to the Metro section because there is an education article on the bottom, on the front page at the bottom. The article is about students using cell phones in the classroom as a teaching tool to replace computers. Wanted to bring that to your attention. Class rings in class rings in new tool, cell phones. Keller fifth graders test them as computers for work, raising debate. Thought that you might find that interesting, but back to the main section and the big headlines of the day. DART faces a $45 million shortfall. This local story could impact students not only today because if they're cutting any service that they might be using in the public transportation, but also future plans as the program is trying to expand throughout North Texas and covering more of the Metroplex. Jumping to page 10A, there's an article, more of a quote-unquote history lesson about the Pentagon. Students, especially those who appreciate the military, going in circles in the Pentagon. Military maze has history of making people lose their way. Considering that there's 17 miles of corridors and about 6.2 million square feet in the headquarters for our Defense Department, that shouldn't be a surprise. But again, it's a historical article that you'll find in today's e-edition of the Dallas Morning News. And now I'm going to go ahead, President Obama on page 13A, I'm going to page through this real quick, and you can also page by clicking in the upper right hand corner, took his first trip outside of the United States yesterday and visited our neighbors up north in Canada. And then on the next page, on page 14A, the military releases their annual report about the strength of our military at this particular time. And then jumping to our editorial section on page 16A, there is a staff editorial to the state legislature recommending that there be a statewide smoking ban and put that in place. Jumping back to the Metro section, on the front page again, a North Texas soldier who died in Iraq this week was a Mesquite native, and this article here profiles this soldier's teenage years at Mesquite High School as a football player. That your students might find interesting for a local hero, growing up as a local hero. Another local story, this involves education as well as science. If you heard about the meteorite that crashed through space and went through the North Texas skies on Sunday, well, this article here on page 5B profiles the two professors from the University of North Texas who found the remnants of that meteorite, and a very, very insightful article and profile about a local story involving the meteorite. And then also one more article I'd like to take you to. It's a technology review in business, and if you turn to page 2D, it's called the article is called Neater Notes, and it's a technology review about a new gadget that links what you hear to what you write. And also underneath the technology review is a story that probably a lot of people heard about this week. And that was about the rules and the access on Facebook and how Facebook tried to change its rules and changed it back again. This is a good lesson on what the terms and conditions to these websites might be that students may sign off on without even really paying attention or reading all those terms and conditions. So that's it. Just some of the highlights of some of these things you'll find in the e-edition of the Dallas Morning News on Friday, February 20th, 2009. Y'all have a great weekend, and thank you for everything that you do. Take care. Bye-bye.